Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the Beast Deities Jade Rabbit B013, aka Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, but it's third party, so let's not call it that too loud. This is my first foray into the Beast Deities line, and I gotta tell you, packaging wise, I'm impressed thus far. This is very strange and new to me, so bear with me while we take a look at these three packages. I'm assuming the main figure comes in this one right here. It's like a plastic kind of cloudy clear box. Nice image of a rabbit on the front here in a spacesuit. Really cool stuff. Not much on the side. And on the back it gives us a little fairy tale about the Jade Rabbit in a spacesuit. Pause that video if you want to read it. We also have two other little boxes here. This one says it's a memory bookmarker. I honestly don't know what the hell was going to be in this box. Help me! And this one right here says it is a pen holder, but I am going to guess that this is where the head sculpts are. And it just says some stuff about adult use on the back right there. But anyways, that's enough about these packages. They look pretty cool. But let's get him out of the package and take a closer look at him. All right, I see Vegeta is still holding his little rabbit head. If you're not familiar with the Beast Deities, the figures actually come with a little rabbit head on them instead of the actual head sculpt. It's not a bad little blue little rabbit's head. Interesting, but anyways, we're going to set it off to the side. First glance, he looks really good. Let's get him measured up real quick before we dig into him. To the top of his hair sculpt, he is 6 inches, and down to his hairline, he is more like 4 3/4. So he's about the same height as Majin Vegeta, which would make the whole figure at 15 centimeters, maybe just a little bit north of that at the tip of the hair. Let's compare him real quick to some other figures, and then we'll move further into the details on him. Here he is with the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta from SSGSS. It's the one everybody likes. The one that came with 2 head sculpts, just like this one does. And I think they look pretty good. This one's hair is a lot more vibrant and the face is sharper and stuff, but it's a brand new figure versus this one. I think this one still holds up pretty good. I like the color here on this one, but we'll talk about it more here in a minute. But they look pretty good next to each other. Let's stand him next to the Daima Vegeta real quick. And he is taller than Daima Vegeta, but we all, if anybody has one or has watched my video on it, which you should go do, you know that he is actually a little bit smaller than the stock Vegetas that you've been used to. Here he is with Majin Vegeta, the figure we put out yesterday, and they're pretty much the exact same height, and they're both nice and beefy. I think they look really, really nice. And just because I never get him out, I got Ultimate Gohan here from SSGSS, and I like it, and he's taller than Vegeta like he's supposed to, but he's nice and beefy, and they look really solid. I like it. And here he is with the lowest born Saiyan Goku, and I think they look really nice. And just because I wanted to dig out this Vegito again, here he is with the OC Toys Vegito, and I think they look really good. Nice little third-party rivalry going on there. We'll just lay him down. But anyways, now for accessories, we actually get a total of 4 head sculpts. We get this blue rabbit head sculpt that comes on him in the package, and it's just a plain blue plastic head, but it works pretty good. We get this regular Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan head sculpt, and it's done very well. I love the matte finish on it, and the blue is a really nice choice. It's nice and vibrant. I like it a lot. We also get a windswept look for the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue look for him, and it looks really good on him as well. And the one that everybody likes, the Super Saiyan God head sculpt, and I like it, and I like the choice of red. It is nice and rich and looks really, really good on him. We also get a total of 8 face plates. We get 4 for the Super Saiyan God and 4 for the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and they all have nice expressions. For the red one, we get a stern face, an open mouth face, a teeth gritting face, and a smirking face, and basically the same stuff for the blue. But the blue, we get like a confounded looking face down here at the bottom left, a stern face, an open mouth face, and a smirking face, and they all look really nice. The hands are really cool with this option here. They like come on this little stand here. We get a total of 14 hands, 2-fist hands on him in the package, and then a variety of style pose and open hands for Vegeta. Nothing we haven't seen before. Really neat concept though. These peg on there just like they would a wrist peg, so you can pop them off and then put them right back on. That is this 6 right here. Here is the other 6. This 6 comes with 2 hands with peg holes for the dark energy effect thing that I'll show you here in a second, and it's pretty neat. Speaking of that, here is that item right here. I have personally never seen Vegeta throw like a black energy effect before, but it looks pretty cool. Most of it is kind of a soft, flexible plastic, if you can see that. But there is a magnet inside, and it comes with this little device right here. And if you touch it in the right spot, somewhere on this thing, it'll make it light up.
Oh, that's so cool!
And that is pretty neat, in my opinion. I think it's cool. And then if you want to turn it back off, you would just touch it again. That is pretty neat. I like that a lot. And also, we get a couple of replacement joints for the ankles, and we get replacement joints for the wrist as I drop it. But I like that. That's a nice spread. All right, those look really good. I really can't think of anything else that should come with it other than maybe a flight stand, but we don't really get those from anybody very often anymore. Let's look at his aesthetic finally, after a few minutes of dealing with accessories and stuff like that. His aesthetic is really good. I will just go ahead and say that. He is nice and thick. You can almost use this as like a super Vegeta a little bit, like from the Cell Saga. But let's look at the hair. We looked at the head sculpt's really tight, but I just wanted to just discuss the hair a little bit further. And as far as that right there.
What is that?
That is really the only thing I don't like about the hair sculpt is that line right there. You can push it in a little bit and minimize it, but it's still there to an extent. So some people that will bother. It bothers me a little bit, but some people that will really, really bother. So just keep that in mind. He has a beautiful matte finish all over him. He looks super premium. This is the most premium looking third-party figure that I've ever gotten. This guy looks really nice. His paint work is super clean all through the Saiyan armor. It's fantastic. I love the finish on it, the lining, just the paint lining and the differentiations between the colors. Beautiful. Very, very well done. I like the sculpt, because if you look here and around the muscles on the backs of the legs, there's actually they've sculpted like crease work in the pants. Like the spandexy pants or whatever are actually tightened around these muscles. You can see it right there on the side of the thigh right there. None on the front of the thigh, but just little details like that. I really, really like it. This figure looks really nice. Just like any other, of these SSGSS-esque figures outside of the Saiyan armor, there's no other paint on him, but this thing has a gorgeous finish. I hope the camera is really translating it, because in hand this figure looks very premium. And like I said about the muscles, he is nice and beefy in the legs, arms, just the shoulders. Looks really, really nice. And the paint that's on the boot tips, it looks good as well. Let's check out his articulation, because he moves pretty darn good. Right here is neutral for his head. His head and neck will look down. You can tuck that chin all the way into the chest. And he can look up. And that is really nice. That is especially right here at that angle, that's a very stoic, classic stoic Vegeta look. I like that a lot. And it can nuance all around. And that's because they put it on a nice double ball peg right there. And as far as head swaps are concerned, I think there's going to be some head swap capability. I haven't had time to experiment with it, but I'm 99% sure there'll be some head swaps available for this stuff, and we'll do a video on that at some point. Shoulders.
What the fuck is that?
I just popped it apart. Don't freak out. You can just pop it right back on. It is just a little ball joint. If I can get it to pop back on camera. There we go. Right there to 90 or just north of it. Not too bad. Full 360 with the shoulder. He has a butterfly joint. Not the best one ever, but neither was SSGSS. So his arm doesn't really come across him, but they didn't really give him any mechanism in there to really do it. It's more just for looks more than anything else. And you can kind of rotate the shoulder up and down, but it's not going to come across him too good. It wasn't really sculpted or engineered to do that. Bicep swivel, that bicep swivels. Double jointed elbow. We've been seeing this with third-party figures. Not the best range ever, but it is past 90, and the elbows do look good. The wrist is a ball hinge, and I like that. We can move him out here. Now, diaphragm break. right here is neutral, and he does not come forward, so that does kind of suck.
Fuck.
He leans back pretty decent, so that's not bad there. And with this diaphragm brake, you do get lots of twist and lean and stuff. He just does not come forward. And I am not going to take him apart and really look at the engineering, but he won't come forward, so that does kind of suck. Now down here, you have a swivel. It's on a ball peg, but it's not designed to give us lean and tilt and stuff in the waist. So that's kind of limiting, but the swivel does work. So most of your lean and tilt and stuff is going to be back or to the sides. You're not going to crunch this guy real good. So that's a little problematic. Oh, and as you noticed with that arm, he does have some body parts that will come apart. They go back together. They don't break or anything, but they will come apart on you. Now the legs, not a great split. Not a great split for him. So that's really not a step up from the SSGSS version. Decent little front kick, nothing crazy there. And like everybody's been doing, they sculpted a butt on him, so the legs don't go back either. So that kind of sucks. He does have a thigh swivel that's done very well. Double jointed knee, plenty of range, and the proportions are pretty good. Ankles are a ball hinge, just like any other kind of Vegeta release, really. So a little bit of down, basically no up, but you do get some nice ankle rocker there, so that's not too bad. No peg holes in the bottoms of the feet. He has a toe hinge. We all know how I feel about those. I don't like that gap, but they're tight enough and they do function, so whatever. My final thoughts on the Jade Rabbit here. Not a bad figure. Looks wise, fantastic. His aesthetic is really, really good. Little bit of QC issues, because I had this leg when I tried to force the split. His right leg popped off at the ball peg, and I just had to put it back on. And you saw that arm come off on me right there just a few minutes ago. So I don't want to like tear the figure down. It's made well, but those two spots, at least on mine, were a little bit of an issue, and then the hairline issue those are gonna be three things that I think people are gonna have a little bit of problem with, and they are unfortunate. And the ab crunch as well, is a little not so awesome. So overall, he does have a really nice aesthetic, and he does come with a pretty good spread of stuff. I am gonna give this figure, for like 65 bucks, we'll call it, I'll give him a B-. He is definitely above average, and he's a beautiful looking figure, and I recommend that you pick him up. You don't need it, but if you've got the means to pick it up, pick it up. You won't be disappointed, especially with the head swap potential and stuff like that on it. Pretty good figure. B-, not too bad. That's all I've got for the Jade Rabbit Vegeta right here. If you have not subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.